the world has ended. But that's just the beginning. In this list, we reveal the best post-apocalyptic series from the last 5 years, all available to stream in 2025. From ruined cities and toxic snow to underground silos and blind civilizations, each show imagines a different kind of end. But all of them have one thing in common: unforgettable stories about survival, truth, and what it means to be human when everything else is gone. Fallout. In the world of the 2024 series Fallout, humanity has lost, a nuclear war has destroyed everything, and on the surface there are only ruins, mutants, and people left who will do anything to survive. The main character, Lucy, raised in a closed, safe shelter, decides to leave the underground and move to the surface. There, she finds herself in a world that cannot be compared to anything she has known, full of violence, madness, and ruthless rules. The idealism with which she set out is quickly put to the test. At the same time, we learn the fate of a former soldier from the Brotherhood of Steel and a mysterious hunter in power-assisted armor. Each of them has a purpose, but all of them have to deal with the chaos following the collapse of civilization. Fallout is a brutal, at times ironic, but mostly emotional story about what remains of humanity when everything else ceases to exist. Available on Prime Video. See. Imagine a world where no one can see, literally. In the 2019 C series, hundreds of years after the apocalypse, humanity has lost its sight, and life is lived in total darkness. Sight has become a myth, and those who talk about it are considered heretics. The main character is Baba Voss, a warrior and tribal leader who faces a huge challenge when his foster children are born with the gift of sight. It's a miracle, but also a judgment, because the fanatical queen considers them a threat and wants to destroy them. Baba must stand up to the whole world to protect them. C is a story of love, courage, and survival in a world where every step can be the last. It is a spectacular, brutal, and moving vision of the future as you have never seen it before. Available on Apple TV+. Snowpiercer. The Earth has frozen over. The temperature dropped to minus a few dozen degrees, and life on the surface ceased to exist. Snowpiercer of 2020 takes us to a world after a global climate catastrophe, where the remnants of humanity survive on a giant train constantly circling the frozen planet. This train is a microcosm of society. At the head of it live the rich in luxury, and at the end of the train cars, the poorest, packed like commodities, struggling for scraps of food and dignity. The main character is Leighton, a former detective from the last wagons who becomes a symbol of rebellion. When he is drawn into a murder case, he slowly uncovers the dark secrets hidden behind the facade of the system. Snowpiercer is a story of inequality, rebellion, and the price to pay for survival. Available on AMC+. The Eternaut. Who would have thought that a simple snowstorm would become the beginning of the end of the world? In El Eternauta of 2025, toxic snow unexpectedly falls on Buenos Aires, killing everyone who steps outside. Juan Salvo, an average man, husband and father, locks himself and a group of neighbors in his house, trying to survive. But this is just the beginning of the nightmare. Soon there are strange creatures on the streets and mysterious signs pointing to something much bigger, an invasion by alien forces. Juan has no choice. He must fight, not only for his life, but for the future of humanity. The series mixes suspense, action, and deep drama, showing how ordinary people turn into heroes in the face of unimaginable danger. Available on Netflix. Silo. In the world of the 2023 series Silo, no one knows what really lies beyond the walls. Thousands of people live underground, in a giant silo, because the Earth's surface has been declared contaminated and deadly. The society operates under strict rules, and any attempt to learn the truth risks death. The main character, Juliet, is a stubborn and independent engineer who, after the mysterious death of a loved one, begins to ask questions that no one wants to answer. The deeper she digs, the more she discovers conspiracies, manipulations, and shocking secrets that could change everything the residents of Silo took for granted. Silo is an engrossing tale of control, rebellion, and the search for truth in a world where even a view of the sky can be a lie. Available on Apple TV+. Each of these shows proves that even after the world ends, there's still something to fight for: life, truth, and hope. If one of these titles stood out to you, let us know in the comments, and tell us what deserves a spot in the next list. Don't forget to subscribe for more unforgettable series picks.